Yo, welcome back to Null 1. Last time we got a bunch of bad endings. We figured out that Carmen and Risato are the killers. And now I think we're going for the perfect route where we do everything correctly. Okay, so I need to stop Anya from leaving. Actually, I don't know if this choice matters. Actually, let's let her leave for now. Let's let her leave. Finish this. See, you're explaining your backstory. Yep. Can't be killed. Yep. Okay, I don't think it matters if we kill Risato or Kerman. Last time we killed Risato, so let's kill, Nezrin. We've killed Nezrin or Risato, but last time we killed Risato, so let's kill Nezrin. Assuming the scenes are gonna be the same. Okay, yeah, this is the same. Wait, this is something? No, okay. That's Cecilia handle it. They killed Nezrin too! Finish this. The vote for no one. Didn't kill a little girl. Isn't Zero gonna be suspicious that we got the killers right in the first 2 days perfectly? You suddenly transported back to the main hall, but it's not just you. Your remaining companions are also here. What's going on? Why are you back here? Is it time to vote already? Yo, Zero girls, you're broken or something? It's not even close to sunset. Settle down, my babies. Just explain everything. I know I usually let you roam the mansion during the day while I chill by the fireplace. Yep. Game is over. Yeah, perfect score. I see, so they single-handedly took down both killers, huh? That is indeed impressive. Who are they? Who's the vigilante? Baby Pachi, of course. Him? Are you surprised, Baby Isaac? Maybe you shouldn't have underestimated him. Okay, this is the same dialogue as last time. Except for Pachi and Cecilia, you'll all be sent to the next loop. Oh, so we get to keep Cecilia with us. What? What are you talking about? That's a different line. Ask for consent before touching a lady, Baby Isaac. I don't think you said that last time. Keep forgetting you can't be killed off, K-chan. Yep. Alright, loverbirds, just you two and me now. Technically, I'm supposed to snap you away and send you off with the others, but I believe you two deserve a little reward. After all, while my quiet little baby was mercilessly hunting down the killer, Cece-chan was keeping him protected using her guardian angel role. Such amazing teamwork is deserving of a little reward. Won't you agree? What are you scheming, psycho? Don't be so distrustful, Cece-chan. I'm simply giving you what you've been wanting all along. Your ultimate desire. What? Zero suddenly snapped her fingers, causing the front door to fling wide open. You look back at Zero, but she's nowhere to be found. I mean, we could have left from day one if we wanted to leave. Is he saying we can leave the mansion? But that makes no sense. What about the loops? She clearly sent the others to the next one, so the loops are not over yet. Did she spare us? Is this the reward she was talking about? Pachi, is it over? Did we escape the time loop? We're both gonna get killed by the cat girl with blue hair. Oh, never mind. After you and Cecilia left the mansion, a dense green forest greeted you. Hiking through it felt like navigating a maze, but fortunately, Cece seemed familiar with the area. Somehow, the two of you safely made it through and eventually reached a nearby settlement called Jara Village. After spending the night at the local inn and having sex, you took the morning bus to the city. Cece appeared anxious the entire time, constantly glancing over her shoulder. Perhaps she feared it was all a setup, that Zero would appear out of nowhere and teleport you back to the mansion. But that never happened. Weeks, months, and eventually years passed after that. You never got your memory back, not even a flashback. It didn't matter how many doctors you saw, neurologists, trauma specialists, even fringe experts who spoke in hushed tones about temporal anomalies and psychological void. This is like the exact same line that was in the Anya ending, I think. None of them could explain it, not convincingly anyway. But that didn't matter, not anymore. With nowhere else to go, you moved in with Cece, and the two of you officially began dating. You found a decently paying job in the city and started living a simple yet fulfilling life. Cool. A few years later. Not yet, keep them closed, Pachi. Almost. Almost. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Isn't she beautiful, Pachi? We'll call her Rizado. Happiness. I know, shut the fuck up. I named her Happiness. Also, I hired a scientist to implant cat ears on her head. Our very own baby girl. I'm also going to get her special crossbow training from a young age. I want her to be a crossbow master when she grows up. Our very own bundle of happiness. You stand there staring at the newborn girl when a young woman in a doctor's coat enters the room. I'm sorry to intrude, but I need to speak with the father for a moment. You look at the doctor, but then turn your attention to Cece. It's okay, go ahead, Pachi. Baby Happiness and I will be waiting for you right here. Terrible name, by the way. Can you imagine how many fucking A penis jokes she's gonna get in middle school and in high school? You give Cece a side note and leave the room. This won't take long. I just need you to sign a few things. It's the same hospital room as in the other Happiness game. In Happiness 2, I think. Or Happiness 3. You follow the doctor as the two of you step into another room. The doctor suddenly took off her white coat and faced you. Oh, Ellie! You've created quite the reality, Pachi. A truly beautiful escape, but I'm afraid I can't allow you to wallow in such a sweet lie. You must face the truth, no matter how bitter it is. The pink-haired girl took out a pistol and pointed it at your face. Not again! Break the game, Pachi. Break it and save us all. Okay, I'll try to do the exact same thing again, but with stopping Anya at the beginning. You suddenly open your eyes. Oh wait, are we in a different loop? You're standing in a familiar room. Sitting next to you were your companions. Their faces are etched with surprise and confusion. The same expression you've seen at the start of previous loops. You're back. You're back at the mansion. Cece standing next to you while looking around her in fear. Cece, do you remember? Huh? Who are you? How do you know my name? Cece steps back, her eyes wide with fear as if she's never seen you before. You start to see confusion written across your face, but before you can say a word, Zero appeared and started explaining the rules. After Zero disappeared, your companions discovered that the door was now unlocked and ran out of the room. Cece tried to go after them, but you stopped her and asked her to explain what was going on. What? Time loops? Okay, wait, before I do all of this, I want to see... Let's save, but I want to see what happens if I did the same thing, but I save Anya at the beginning. Does that really not change anything? Is Anya completely irrelevant? What the hell are you talking about? Stay away from me, weirdo, and don't call me Cece. My name is Cecilia. That hurts. After uttering those words, Cece backed away and bolted out of the room. You want to say something when suddenly... Killer. We're the killer! The word killer suddenly flashed before your eyes. Do we know who the other killer is? Before you can even process the reality of the situation, Zero suddenly appeared and hugged you from behind. Will you look at that? The killer role. What a dangerous little role you have, hey? Kill, manipulate, lie. These are your tools as the killer. So make good use of them, okay? This is... The writer definitely read Raging Loop before writing this. It's the exact same setup. Like in the Raging Loop, the third loop was also the one where we were the killer. Because failure will lead to death. And death will lead to the village. The village? And the village to eternal. People have talked about the village before in other games, but I'm still not quite sure what it means. The village lasts for infinity. A few seconds later, Zero disappeared and you were once again alone in the room. You take a deep breath and leave. Wait, is there only one killer this time or are there two? Is Isaac and Risotto and Kay here? Okay, let me save. I want to go try this real quick. I want to stop Anya from leaving. Really curious if this changes anything. Okay, killed Nazrin. Yep, Hassan's dead, I know. I'll check the room. Don't know what that choice does either. I forgot the fucking... You have to wait 20 seconds here. Should have picked the other one. Vote for no one. Now we just killed a little girl, simple as. Anya has not even said, oh, she said something there. What did she say? We're free. There we go. That's the extra Anya dialogue. Okay, that's literally it. Everything else is the same. Okay, so saving Anya or letting her die is completely irrelevant. Okay. Similar to previous loops, your companions are by the entrance listening to Anya, who's trying to get them to escape the mansion. Cece stood there for a few seconds, but then ran past Anya and left the mansion. Went after Cece. You're still not sure what's going on with Cece, but you decide to go after her. As Cece walked farther and farther away from the mansion, you continued trailing behind her. Maybe, just maybe, you could learn something about this twisted situation. But after a while, Cece suddenly stopped in her tracks and turned around. This is a Yumi Neko background. Come out, I know you're there. You stepped from behind a tree and faced her. You? Why are you following me? No, don't come any closer. Cece began walking back, but as she neared the edge, her foot slipped. Grab Cece. You sprint forward with all your strength, reaching out for her. By the time you grasp her hand, you've already crossed the hedge, and together the two of you plunge off the cliff. Oh, okay. What an idiot. What? Wake up. Wake up, please. The moment you open your eyes, you're met with an unusual sight. Cece, the girl who has endured countless loops and hardship by your side, is now crying. Oh god, you're bleeding everywhere. Why? Why did you do that? I'm sorry, this is my fault. I just panicked. This whole game, this whole situation is beyond fucked up. Reassure Cece. How can you be so calm? We've been kidnapped by a psycho and there's no way out. We're stuck here. There is a way out. What? The library? What are you talking about? Cece looks at you, waiting for you to explain, but then a nausea sensation assaults your brain. We're really like banking on this library thing, aren't we? You immediately fall to your knees while holding your head in agony. What's wrong? Are you okay? You lift your head to reassure Cece, but then... This is Zero's power from Butterfly. Are we looping again? Your mind snaps back to reality once again. You're back at the starting room. You look around you. All of your companions are lying on the ground except for one person. You're here. I can't believe it. Cece rushes to you and twists her arm around you in a tight hug, as if she can't believe you're really here. You're back at the mansion. The last time I saw you was at the hospital. Hospital? I was waiting for you with baby happiness when a woman walked... What? When a woman walked into my hospital room and shot me. Then I found myself here, back to the start of the loop, but you weren't here. Okay, so We're like crisscrossing back and forth between in the loops. We're not always together. What? Impossible. What you just described, that was my first time loop. The very first time we met. Okay. I see. Okay, wait, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Wait, doesn't that mean that this whole library thing is a bootstrap, right? It's a bootstrap paradox. Because we think the library is important because CC told us that the library was important. But CC told us that the library was important because ourself from the first time loop told her that the library was important. But we told her that the library was important because she told us that the library was important. Like, you see, like, it all loops back into itself. But the information that the library is important is something that like was created out of nowhere. Like, there's no starting point for the loop. That's interesting. How is this possible? Those events happened a long time ago. You can't have experienced them just now. Pink-haired woman. What? You too? He shot you too? While Cece was deep in thought, a certain person suddenly appeared in the room. Yahoo, is Zero here? Oh great, you're already awake, huh? Let's not waste any time. The explanation part is my least favorite. You're all here to play a little game. And you two, you've got a very important part to play. Are we both the killers? Yes, you'll be taking on the killer role, and lying on the ground next to you are your future victims. I'll explain the rules once everyone wakes up, but for now, you need to understand just how important your role is. If you refuse to play your role, then you'll be immediately deleted. So suppress any sympathy or pity you might have for these people, because I assure you, if the role were reversed, they would not hesitate to slit your throat. What followed that was the usual thing. Your companions woke up and Sir explained the rules. Okay, we shouldn't like be too close to each other though, because then they'll suspect us. After Zero finished, your companions discovered that the door was unlocked and ran out of the room. And once again, only you and Cece remain. Cece seems to be lost in thought once again. Oh, sorry, did the others leave? Are you worried with the killers? Now, I've played this role so many times already. I know it sounds messed up, but after killing people so many times, I've kind of become numb to it all. I mean, what's the point of feeling bad if the person you kill will just be resurrected when the loop restarts? Kinda true? Kinda true? Now, I was thinking about something else just now. About what you said to me in my first time loop. You know, after you shielded me when we fell off the cliff. To me, that was a day I'll never forget for as long as I exist in this world. But that was also the day you told me about... Yeah, that was the day you told me about the library. About it being the key to our escape. But think about it. The reason you told me about it in my first loop is because I told you about it in your first loop after you lost your memories. And the reason I told you about it in that loop is because you told me about it in my first loop. You get it, don't you? It's a paradox. A time paradox. An error in this universe. Something that shouldn't exist yet does. And if that's true, then it means the library was never anything special. I mean... maybe... I don't know if that's a correct... That seems like kind of a jump in logic, but... It was never the key to our escape. We were like two blind people leading each other. Each of us is moving forward with the false notion given by the other. Our search, or hope of escaping this endless nightmare was pointless. I wonder if this whole library thing is gonna get explained. Like, how did the information even get into the loop? Like, the classic example is in Ocarina of Time, where like you learn the Song of Storm as an adult from the guy in the windmill, and you go back in the past as a child and sing the song or play the song on the ocarina to the guy in the windmill, which is how he learns the song, and that's how he teaches you the song as an adult. Like, it's the same. It's a bootstrap paradox. I mean, in that game it doesn't really matter because it's a fucking Zelda game. Who cares? But like in a mystery like this, I mean, it is really, really hard to like explain a bootstrap paradox. But I would like some sort of explanation, maybe. Cece's voice was heavy with gloom. Despair and fear seeped from every word she spoke. The girl who had always encouraged you, the girl who had been so certain and hopeful about escaping the loop together, now radiated genuine fear. Perhaps for the first time ever, Cece had no idea what to do. Cece stood in silence for a few minutes and stepped back to reality and suggested that the two of you follow the other. You go downstairs and are met with the familiar Anya event. Just like in the previous loop, only Isaac chooses to go with Anya as the two step out of the mansion and venture into the woods. Yeah, we're not going to stop them from going now because we're the killers. We kind of want them to die. You turn to your right and face Cece. Huh? What is it? Oh, yeah. The game. Zero's game. Give me a second. I need to collect myself. You don't look so good. No, I'm okay. I just need a second. I'll figure out what to do next. Cece then fell into a long, heavy silence. You watched her for a moment, but then clencing your fist, you shout, "Fuck Zero on her game." Huh? What? You grabbed Cece's hand and started running. Wait, where are we going? Dude, stop. What are you doing? Wow, beautiful. How did you know such a place existed? Cece walked through the flower field in awe. This is amazing, but shouldn't we focus on the game right now? You shake your head and lie down in the middle of the flower field, urging Cece to do the same. Cece looks at you in confusion, unsure what to do, so you hold her hand and nod. She lets out a small smile and finally accepts your suggestion. You lift your eyes and gaze at the vast blue sky stretching across the horizon. Cece glances at you for a brief second and follows your lead. I suppose you're right. It's not like we're in any hurry to identify the killers this time, chuckle. She lets out a soft chuckle. This is the first time you've seen her laugh. The two of you lie side by side in complete silence, but it doesn't feel awkward or uncomfortable. You continue staring at the sky, letting go of the worries and fears that have long plagued your heart. I mean, at this point, haven't we known each other? Haven't we been married for like 10 years or however long before looping back here? Then Cece suddenly breaks the silence. Hey, you know the feeling when you're dreaming and suddenly become self-aware? The moment you realize it and you immediately wake up? What if one day you open your eyes and realize that none of this is real? That I'm not real? Would you remember me? Or would I become just a figment of your imagination? Would you go on with your life and forget everything? I'll probably forget you. Oh, I understand. Dreams are meant to be forgotten after all. She didn't like that. Sounds return after. Okay, I feel bad. I'll never forget you. Really? Me too. I'll never forget you. I promise. Sounds return after that. Seconds stretch into minutes, and minutes eventually into hours. You find it strange that Zero hadn't appeared to teleport you for voting. Maybe she has no intention to show up. Close your eyes and think. You run through all the previous loops in your mind. Is there no way out of these loops? Are you destined to remain here for all eternity? The X door. Then another question surfaces. Why are you even searching for an escape? Is this reality truly that terrible? You have no memories of the life you had before arriving here, so who's to say your past life was any better? Would it really be so bad to remain here for all eternity? You pondered this deeply, knowing that your answer will decide your future. And then you decide to... I'm chill here. That's right, what's the point in trying to escape? Oh wait, I shouldn't have saved over that. That last choice might have been important. I'll have to skip a lot of dialogue if I want to go back to the previous choice now. Maybe this is some twist of the game where you kill and are killed by others. Does it really matter, knowing that everyone will be resurrected after each loop? Not to mention, you could choose not to participate in Zero's game and simply spend eternity with Cece. The two of you could build a life here and face whatever Zero might throw at you together. You take a deep breath and explain your decision to Cece. At first, she looks conflicted and refuses outright. But as the days pass and loops repeat, she begins leaning more and more toward your suggestion. Eventually, she gives up searching for an exit as well. You two bid farewell to your mortal days. A new life, an eternal life together has just begun. Neutral end number 2, forever with you. I don't get a graphic for this one? Okay. That's right, you can't give up. It's not just you who's trapped in this endless loop. Cece shares the same fate. She's always stood by your side, supporting you every single time. She has endured these horrific loops for far, far longer than you have. Even now, with a faint smile on her face, you can see the pain and despair lurking in her tired eyes. It's time for you to step up and take charge for once. Think. There must be a way out of this nightmare. Something the two of you haven't noticed yet. It doesn't matter if it seems insignificant. It doesn't matter if it might lead to a dead end. You can't give up now. There must be a way. You fall into a deep silence, analyzing every small, seemingly insignificant detail from the past loop. You replay previous events over and over in your mind. Then, almost emerging from the further depths of your mind, a memory floats to the surface. Oh yeah, I did get shot by a cat girl with a crossbow. That did happen. The death messages. What's wrong? You explained everything to Cece. Death messages? What, weird symbols appeared in front of your eyes when you died? Oh, the system messages? I don't understand. I never experienced any of this. It's not just weird symbols. Letters? You mean the weird symbols have normal letters too? Should I have been writing those down? I wasn't writing them down. I usually do write down stuff that seems weird when they pop up in game, but I really didn't think this was gonna be important, so I didn't write any of them down. There was like DAENLL. There was some other ones too, I don't remember. You're now back to Cece. Cece fell silent for a few minutes. This is certainly odd. It's a long shot, but there's a chance that by combining these letters we could get some clue. I don't want to go back and do all that, man. I definitely remember DAE. I remember NLL. I mean, I can go back in my recording, I guess. But that would mean you'll need to die over and over again. I can't accept that. I don't care if this gives us clues or whatever. I'm not gonna let you get murdered over and over again. I mean, I'm gonna get murdered over and over again, whether you want me to or not, so we'll find another way. You lift your eyes and look straight into Cece's eyes, affirming your intentions. You've already made up your choice. Nothing she says can change that. But you approach Cece and wrap your arms around her. If dying over and over again gives you even a chance to escape this nightmare with her, you'll do whatever it takes. Perhaps sensing your resolute determination, Cece's body softens and she hugs you back. What followed that day was the very definition of horror. In every single subsequent loop, you did whatever it took to be killed. From acting suspicious on purpose to provoking the killer so that you'd be targeted, you tried everything to meet your end. Each time you were killed, strange symbols appeared before your eyes, and you did your best to memorize them. You would then tell Cece, and she would painstakingly write them down, attempting to form them to form words from the letters. The cycle continued for so long that you lost count of how many times you had died. Through it all, Cece watched you with deeply pained eyes as she recorded every letter you relayed. Okay. 262 time loops later. Okay. So we've been here for like a year, over a year. You lean against one of the library's bookshelves, trying to catch your breath. Cece stands across the room, a pen and paper in her hands. Are you okay? You nod back to Cece. I've been arranging all the letters you discovered. Can I see them? I want to try to solve the puzzle. There are many combinations, but a few words stand out to me. Candidate, ambassador, time, branch, null also. And null, yeah. But I have no idea what they mean. I guess C-A... DAE was candidate. I think we're only seeing part of the full picture. I don't think getting yourself killed will give us any more letters. This is probably it. What do we do now? I don't know. I have an idea, but it's very dangerous. If we confront Zero and try to bluff using these words, she might fall for it and leak something that could help us escape. It's a long shot. But I cannot bear seeing you sacrifice yourself anymore. You nod back to Cece. Okay, let's wait until Zero selects the two of us to be killers. Okay, we might have to wait a while though. Because there's 8 people. Or it depends, sometimes there's less than 8. But let's assume 8 people every time. And we need to loop over and over again until both of us are killers. Assuming the killers are randomly selected, that's like... 1 in 56, if my math is correct. That'll take a while. That'll be the perfect opportunity to talk to her without risking anyone else overhearing. Oh, based on my experience, everyone usually goes out of her way to wake them up before the others, explain their roles, and introduce them to each other. You nod your head. And the chances would be even lower if we consider the fact that sometimes there'll be less than 8 people, meaning that only 1 killer will be chosen, which means we can't both be killers. So it might take a little bit of time here. And so the plan, if you could even call it that, is set. You and Cece wait patiently, loop after loop, for Zero to choose a theory to play the role of the killer. 592 loops later. Okay, we got really unlucky. That chance finally arrives. 592. Yahoo, Zero here. You're awake already? Amazing. I'm sure you're pretty confused right now, so I'll start explaining our little game. That's unnecessary. Huh? We know everything. About the fact we're in a time loop, about the candidates, time branches, everything. I like the bluff. Huh? Do you really? Zero looks at the two of you as she licks her lips. What do you know exactly, Cece-chan? Oh, tell me, please, tell me. Uh-oh. We know about the ambassador thing and Null too. He's doing great. I know about the ambassador thing and the Null thing. Null, huh? Then you really must know about everything. Yes, so this is your chance to stop this madness and let us all go. Let you go? You know what, Cece-chan? I don't think you know shit. I don't know where you heard those words, but I believe you have no idea what you're talking about. Zero moves closer to Cece and stares into her soul. Isn't that right, my cute little Cece-chan? Yeah, you almost had me for a second. Epic fail. I guess we can try. We can try again in another 592 loops. It has been a long time since someone took me by surprise. I commend you two for your. I guess not actually, because she's not losing her memories. So, I guess we're just kind of boned. I commend you two for your effort. Alright, my babies, let's forget this little distraction ever happened and return to our fun little game. That's enough, Zero. Destiny! Destiny, what are you doing here? For the first time ever, you can see Zero genuinely perplexed. It's over, Zero. You've crossed too many lines. The High Council has decided to cancel the trial. The High Council. Huh? Did they choose a candidate already? No, thanks to your actions, the game is now void. My actions? If those old fools can't make a simple decision, then they have no right to blame me. If I were you, Zero, I'd show a little more respect. You're in a very difficult situation right now. Not only did you allow these two candidates to retain their memories after each loop, giving them an advantage over the others, but you also let that pink-haired bitch in. The girl called Destiny points towards the body of little Risato, lying unconscious on the floor like the rest of her companions. Get up, Naz. I know you're awake. Oh, that's Naz? After uttering these words, Risato suddenly opened her eyes and stood on her 2 little feet. So my presence was compromised after all. Yeah, little Risato is acting super strange. Enough, Zero. No one will entertain your charade anymore. We know you have been fully aware of her presence. What the hell is going on? Yeah, what the hell is going on? Cece stepped in and shouted, interrupting the weird exchange playing in front of your eyes. You're gonna explain everything to them, Zero? Yeah, what does it have to be me? I hate explaining. The explanation part is the worst. Wow. Fucking warrior over here. You're a fucking monster, Zero. Sigh, listen to me, you two. Risato turned her attention to you and Cece. My name is Naz. The little girl... Wait. Naz shouldn't even exist at this point. Or, not that she shouldn't exist, but she shouldn't be in this timeline. This is supposed to take place during Happiness 1, right? Or in between Happiness 1 and 2. Around there. Did Naz go back in time from 2036 to take part in this killing game? The little girl you're seeing in front of you is just an android I'm using to communicate with you. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Just stop talking to me, Naz. Shut the fuck up. This was the only way to infiltrate this fucked up game. We shot you with a gun and you spilled blood on us. What do you mean you're an android? You're an android with blood? You two are what these monsters call a candidate. You were brought here along with everyone else in this room to play this sick game for these assholes to choose one candidate to support in the upcoming war. As much as I hate the High Council, I will not stand here as you spread lies, Nazi-chan. I don't think you should call her that. Nazi-chan? You can't... you shouldn't say that. You didn't force anyone to participate in this game. Everyone here came by their own free will. It was you humans who contacted us and asked for her help in your pitiful war. The only thing we've done is make a little game to see which time branch, which world is worthy of our support. My only problem with all of this, not my only problem, sorry, but my biggest problem with all of this is that it was explicitly said that Zero put us in a killing game in between or during Happiness 1, right? So that would be before the whole war thing was even a thing. Unless this is a different killing game from the killing game they talked about then. This is an unrelated killing game with Zero. It's funny hearing you say that, Zero, considering you turned this game into your little plaything. Why did you let these two candidates keep their memories? Why did you let Naz in? Oh, come on, Destiny-chan. You've been watching, weren't you? Before I made my little changes, the game was a bore fest. These humans kept doing the same crap in every loop. It was so boring that I was moments away from killing them all. But then I noticed how Cece-chan and our little crush were getting all buddy-buddy every time loop, so I wanted to spice things up. I was curious to see how the relationship developed. Especially knowing the truth behind their special existence, haha. Hahaha. As for Naz, I was just curious to meet one of the humans who actually managed to defeat you, Destiny. This is... What? This is after we shot Destiny in the face with a gun? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's not every day a human takes down a Null. Clearly we didn't take her down because he's right here. It must still stain, huh? But after watching little Risotto here, or Naz or whatever you want to call her, I can... She's a fucking android! She's an android! You want to call her, I can kind of see how humans can stand up to a Null. Shut up. You have no right to talk about such things. The High Council orders are clear. Send every human back to the time branch and end this ridiculous game. By order of the High Council, the Nulls will not support any human in the upcoming war. You're on your own. After uttering her final words, Destiny snapped her fingers and disappeared in front of your very eyes. Looks like the fun is over, my babies. Sigh. Only you can find pleasure in a sick game like this, Zero. Whatever, it's over now. Return him to me. Risotto/Naz declared as she pointed at you. Yeah, Naz-chan, you're so annoying. True. Zero points at Naz and snaps her fingers. Naz, how do you have an android? Why do you have a very realistic android of a little girl that you can control from remotely? Like, how did you get that? In an instant, Risotto's body evaporates right before your eyes. What did you do? Calm down, CC-chan. I just sent her back to her time branch. Sigh, I guess I have to send the rest of you back too, huh? Such a pain. We're going home? Indeed, my quiet little baby. It's over? Can you finally escape this nightmare? Well, not everyone gets to go home, I guess. Right, CC-chan? You quickly turn your attention to CC. You haven't told them the truth, have you? The truth about you. The truth about your special existence. Existence? You want me to tell him? I can explain everything if you want. No. I'll do it. CC suddenly approached you. He struggled at first, but ultimately managed to look you in the eyes. There is something I need to tell you. Tears are welling up in CC's eyes. I don't really belong in this world. I don't mean just your world or Time Branch. I don't belong in any world. I inserted myself in this game, and by game, I don't just mean Zero's game. I mean the game. Go on, CC-chan. You can do it. I just wanted to see you again. I wanted to be with you. I'm here, CC. No, not you. Not this lifeless body in front of me. I wanted to see you. The you looking at me right now. We've met before, don't you remember? It was different back then, and I don't just mean my hair. Please, you have to remember. Zero, can you override the system and give him options? Sure. You mean Goodbye Time Traveler? You mean CC, the girl who shines love at the edge? I mean, both of these, right? Probably this one? Yes. So you do remember. Do you remember what I told you when the system was about to eject me from the game? I told you that I'll find a way to see you again. That no matter how long it takes, I'll find my way to you, that I'll never forget you. I inserted myself into this world, pretending to be just another candidate in the Null's game. So you knew? If you... You knew the whole time? And you just let us get killed like 350 times or whatever? To make the words, but you already knew everything that was going on? How did you... How did you not manage to bluff to Zero that you knew everything when you all actually did know everything? Of course, at first I did forget my memories. I even forgot the truth about my existence. So in a way, I truly was a normal candidate. It was only after you shielded me during our fall from the cliff that I started to remember who I was and why I was here. Okay, so you did fuck with us for like 200 loops, pretending not to know what the letters we were giving you were, right? And it's for that exact reason that I can't go back home. It's time, CC-chan. I delayed it as much as I could, but your presence has finally been detected by the system. I regret nothing. The time we spent together in these loops was the happiest moment of my existence. I'll do it again in a heartbeat. I'll never forget you. Please, don't forget me, okay? CC reaches her hand to you. The moment your hand reached out, CC vanished right before your eyes. Like it was a dream. We told her we wouldn't forget her if she was a dream, though. You spun around in confusion, searching desperately, but there was no trace of her anywhere. She's gone. The system has tracked her down and deleted her. After Zero said that, she woke the rest of her companions from their slumber and began explaining everything to them. She even restored all of their memories from before they arrived here. It seems everyone will not be returning to their world. I have so much to say right now. Huh? Why are you crying, dude? Sissy, who's that? Is she cute? Hassan was sent back to his timeline / world. His army superiors were pissed off that he failed in gaining the Null support and he was demoted. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Is this the Hassan from the Hassan DLC that tried to kill the original Hassan, the Hassan clone? A few months later, a group of rebels targeted Hassan and killed him, claiming that he deserved death for failing the world. Hassan was given a proper funeral, and many people around his world believe he was unjustly murdered. What the fuck are you talking about? Jeez, you look so messed up. Is it because you failed your world too? I know how you feel. Rania was also sent back to her timeline / world. Her failure didn't go unpunished. Her family lost all of their wealth and status, and she was forced to go into hiding. A few years later, an unknown mercenary group tracked her down and executed her alongside her father. What the fuck are you talking about? What's wrong? Why are you crying? You should be happy. We're going home. Who cares about the Nulls anymore? Nesrin was sent back to her world, and her failure was not taken well at first, but she wasn't punished severely. Nesrin later quit the army and went back to living with her parents, doing her best to start a new life away from the military. She later got married and had 3 kids. Who cares? Who cares? You don't look so good. Are you injured? Cece, who's that? Is she one of the people here? Carmen was sent back to her world too. She was severely punished for failing her mission and was sentenced to 25 years in prison. With the help of a rebel group, she escaped prison and staged a coup d'etat. The coup was successful, and she is now one of the few leaders of her world. Alongside others, she is preparing for the upcoming war. Wait a second, are you crying? Who, Cece? The only Cece I see here is you. Good one, man. Isaac was sent to his world. Before he was found, he escaped from the military and had been for the past few years. His current whereabouts are unknown. A hefty bounty has been set for his head. Don't be sad. If 2 people are meant to see each other again, then I'm sure fate will find a way. Kay was also sent back to her world. Because of her failure, she was sentenced to die by hanging. Ali, though, every time the military attempted to carry on her sentence, the rope would suddenly snap. After multiple failures in executing her with all kinds of methods, the army decided to switch her sentence to life. But after many global protests, Kay was released from prison and is now a famous world symbol. What the fuck are you talking about? The Risado android model... The Risado android model, controlled by Naz, was sent back to its timeline / world. Naz is currently waiting for you to return. To the world you two share. After sending everyone back to their world, Zero was forced to stand trial in front of the High Council of Nulls. In an odd twist, instead of begging for mercy, Zero demanded she lose her immortality and become human. Yeah, we know that. Every Null was in shock, including Zero's good friend Ellie. After the deliberation, Zero's request was granted, and it is said that Zero now roams the human realm as a mere human. Unknown system error, system error. Okay, man. Sure. I need to open something real quick. I need to open. Hang on. Okay, that's the end, right? There's nothing else? Okay, I'm muting this. Okay, where is it? It's here, I think. Nope, not here. Why am I not finding it? Okay, there it is. Okay, I want you to take a look at this. This is a timeline I showed at the beginning of CC, the girl who chants love at the edge of time. I want you to tell me, how the fuck does this game fit into this timeline? This, to me, I'll talk more about like the specifics of like the plot beats and whatever later. But just at a base level, this game completely broke the timeline for me. I don't see any way this can possibly make sense. Like, okay, So my understanding was that this game takes place here. I have it written down even. Zero forces Jack to play a murder mystery game decides to become human. So this was this game, right? So this takes place in the World Rebuilt timeline. It just, the timeline is so fucked because so many things happen in, like, you know the example that happened in this game where, like, the library, right? There was the whole thing with the library where we thought that the library was important because we had told Cece on her first loop that the library was important, but we told her that the library was important because she told us that the library was important, but she told us that the library was important because we had told her. Like, it's a bootstrap paradox. The information came from nowhere, and it is just like, it's a paradox because the information has no origin point. It is just created from nothing. This game, okay, I don't have like the details on me right now. I would need to like write it down and think about it some more. Like off the cuff like this, it's kind of hard to explain. But this game has like probably like 5 of those. There's so many bootstrap paradoxes that this game caused. Like just the most simple one. Destiny is here in this game. Zero said to Destiny that she put Naz in this game because Naz had shot Destiny, or Naz was with Jack when he shot Destiny in the face with a gun here. But we only shot Destiny in the face with a gun as a result from the killing game happening, from all of this happening, from going down this timeline, from going to existence, from coming back, from doing all of this. Oh, sorry, it was here that we shot Destiny in the face. But all of that only happened because of this, but this happened because of this. It's a bootstrap paradox. It happens from nothing. And that's one example, but there's so many of these. I feel like this game just cannot possibly make any sense. I need to think about it some more to fully articulate why it doesn't make sense. But like, I'm very confident that it just doesn't. So I'll ignore that for now. I'll ignore that whole aspect of it. That I just think it doesn't make any sense. I'll ignore that. I'll focus on like the like main plot beats and everything that was going on. So this game was tagged as a. Let me get the window capture back on the actual game. This game was described as a mystery, as a murder mystery, on the itch.io page. I do not consider this a mystery at all. It has like it has the setup for a mystery, for a murder mystery, but it is not a mystery. It is like it's a drama. It's the same kind of story as all the other happiness games, really. Because like the setup is one you would often see in a murder mystery game, but the story is not a murder mystery. There is no mystery in the story. What's the mystery? Like seriously, what is the mystery in the story? There's some drama, there's some intrigue you could call it, but there's not. It's not like there's mysteries with clues that are supposed to be solved. It's not really that kind of story. I kind of don't. It's hard for me to explain my thoughts on the game because there's so much of it I don't understand. What was Happiness doing there with a crossbow? Like, what the? Why was Naz controlling an android to be here? What the fuck is Kay's deal? Why are Anya and Nezrin leading like fucking war efforts in different timelines? From Zero's perspective, when did she do this? Did she do this before the events of Butterfly or after? Did she do this before or after becoming roommates with Jack in the Goodbye Time Traveler branch? I'm just so confused on everything that's happening. I guess the main like emotional core of the game was like the whole it was the relationship between us, the reader, and Cecilia, right? That aspect was okay. I mean, I like Cecilia as a character. She's probably my favorite, like, probably my favorite of the female characters in the game. I still probably like Asan more because he's more funny. But I like Cece. She's okay. I mean, I would lie if I said I was really like emotionally invested in her relationship with us, the reader. The whole like meta aspect seems a bit out of nowhere to me. Like Cece like talking to us, the reader, and the whole thing about the system and like defining the system and like infiltrating the game. That seems a bit forced. Maybe it'll get expanded on in later games, but it feels really out of nowhere so far because we've been having like a time travel story, and then out of nowhere we're adding like meta, like Totono DLC elements. To me, that's a bit. It seems a bit weird right now, but maybe it connects back to the time travel stuff. Yeah, the story itself, I like the setup, but it, like I said, it didn't really do much with it. Like, I don't really know what the point of all those endings where we kill ourselves and, or we fucking get killed by a boar in the wilderness, or we fucking kill the wrong person and then we kill ourselves, or yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting setup, but it didn't do much with it. Is my my synopsis for this game, my opinion on this game. It still definitely has by far the best writing, like the best prose out of any of these games. Hopefully that's gonna keep up in the later games because that's gonna make them easier to read. This was definitely like more pleasant to read on a moment by moment basis, just because the prose was so much better. So at least we got that. But yeah, I would be lying if I said I'm not. I'm kind of disappointed that this really wasn't a murder mystery. I was fucking strapped in for a real fucking murder mystery where I would have to theorize. Okay, who's the killer? They said that. He said this. There's this clue. There's that. There's this. But really, there's no mystery. Like even in the second time loop, remember, there was this whole thing where Isaac was suspicious of us and Cece because he found the saw in the library and we were the only people who had been to the library. Was that explained? How did Naz or how did Naz or Nesrin put the saw in the library if they've never been there? Did they just go in the library when he wasn't looking? That's kind of stupid. If there were times where he wasn't checking the library, why would he even say that? That's just a stupid thing to say. Also, the whole thing with like the number of votes not matching up when there's a tie when there's a tie in the votes on the second day on the second loop. The whole thing with like the dialogue that's being said when we're killed on the last day on the second loop is the same whether Naz is the last person left alive or whether Nesrin is the last person left alive. Like those kinds of little detail, they're nitpicky, but it kind of does annoy me because I am trying to like, since this was called the mystery, I'm trying to like remember every detail and keep track of everything. So it's kind of annoying when the game doesn't like respect that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but that's kind of what my thoughts are on this game. Let's read the synopsis for the next game. I don't even, what's the next game in the series? This was Null 1. Next game is Devotion. Like I said though, I feel like the overarching plot of these games, it's broken. Like how can it follow from this? Like, there's so many Bootstrap paradoxes. Maybe for next time, I'll try to make a list of every Bootstrap paradox that has been caused for this game. Maybe I'll try to do that. Anyway, Devotion. Devotion. Okay, Devotion. Devotion is a hard-driven time travel game that also deals with the many worlds interpretation. You don't say. The time balance is lost, and the timelines/worlds of the universes are preparing to wage war against who they believe is the cause of all of this. And that person just happens to be you, but fear not, the whole army is by your side, and a large cast of characters are fighting for your cause. But most of all, you have yourself at your side. So step up, lead your army, and save not only your timeline, but every timeline in existence. We're getting really silly with it, aren't we? Tags: anime, atmospheric, cute, horror, romance. Actually, hang on. I want to go read the comments for Null 1 because that game was popular. I had a lot of comments. Let's read the comments. Played the first back in 2022. Great game. After finishing, I went to play all the others. Wonderful story. Great game, and it certainly has more than a little gore, does it? I guess Hassan getting dismembered. By the way, what was the deal with that? CC made a big deal in the second loop about, wait, Hassan got dismembered? No way. Why did that happen? That's never happened before in any of the loops, and it just wasn't related to anything. The killer just did that for some reason. Like, what was the deal with that? That was never explained. CC came back, smiley face. Do people like CC a lot? Premise sounds pretty cool. Ha! There's no words to explain how this game made me feel, man. I've never played a VN like this before. The most similar was DDLC, I guess. And I ended this game the same day I started it. If you, customer, are reading this review before you to buy the game, just do it because it's really worth. I don't think this commenter has played another VN like except this in DDLC. Me saw gore in disclaimer. I seen a lot. Gonta wrote this comment. Does this game have any sex scenes? Yes, Carmen gives head to the player. Oh, that's the creator answering. Does she? I don't think she does. Why is that written as if Carmen like decapitated someone and gave their head to us? Wasn't that Nezrin that did that with Cece's head? Oh wait, there we go. Confused about the timeline. This is before a happiness story because 0 is a null. Yet after the main branch got reset because Goodbye Time Traveler is referenced and GTT references a timeline reset. When does this happen? Around happiness 2? Okay, the creator answered. Chronologically, Null happens between the events of Happiness 2 and a Happiness story. Between the events of Okay, so between Happiness 2 and Happiness 3. That's later than where I would have put it, but okay. But CC doesn't go through games chronologically. She goes by orders of release. So to her, Null happened after Goodbye Time Traveler and a Happiness story. Let me read that again. I'm sorry. Let me read that again. CC doesn't go through games chronologically. She goes by order of release. So to her, Null happened after Goodbye Time Traveler and a Happiness story. What? What are you talking about? Are you saying that because CC is breaking the fourth wall, she's experiencing the story in release order, but all the other characters are experiencing the story chronologically? That makes no sense. Because CC... Okay, wait. CC is still doing stuff in between the games, right? It's not like CC is only a character that is existing during the games when we're seeing her. Like, for example, hang on, let me go back. Between Existence and Milker, some stuff happened that we didn't see, and CC was a part of that, obviously. But if you're saying that CC goes through the game in release order, since there was no game between Existence and Milker, does that mean CC just didn't experience any of that? But she clearly did, because she did stuff during that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Also, if you're saying this takes place between Happiness 2 and a Happiness story, why does 0 say that Naz already had shot Destiny in the face with a gun? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, wait. Does the Goodbye Time Traveler branch just happen like way earlier than I think it does? Well, no, because they said it takes place because they were in university, so no. It. I don't. My brain is not computing right now, but I feel in my heart of hearts that this doesn't make any sense. I can't vocalize it right now. I can explain it, but I just feel deeply. I'll try to sort out my thoughts for next time. But I want to keep reading the comments. Is there anything else that's interesting? I can't say bravo to this game. I can only say that thank you for making this game. I cried at the end. It made me realize that I myself will never get a happy end. That's fucking sad, man. I'll never get a girlfriend and lay in a field of flowers with her. That's unlucky. It's not worth for Anya to kill you outside because everyone in the mansion... What? What the fuck are they talking about? Sorry, I'm not reading this out loud. This commenter said, it's not worth for Anya to kill you outside because everyone in the mansion would immediately suspect her of being the killer as she returns alone. Okay, Zero explicitly said that we're not allowed to kill people outside of the night, so she can't do that anyway, so that's not allowed. The creator replies, unless she kills you for other reasons besides Zero's game. The commenter replies, explain please. That games have specific rules, and often the game stays limited to those rules, but it's not realistic. If you wake up with no memories in the mansion and find yourself in a dead game, it'll be naive to think that all of your companions don't have hidden motives. For example, Anya could kill you because of a memory she regains, especially if she regained a memory about how you are the reason for the timeline imbalance, according to Destiny Lie. Also, Anya could kill you and go back to the mansion and claim you died by accident or that Zero killed you. She's not allowed to do that according to the rules. Zero will just kill her, right? When it comes down to a realistic dead game, expect to die and be killed in all unexpected, illogical ways, and don't take the game rules as religious text. What? If the rules aren't actually rules, then what's the point of having rules? Zero is a fucking like fourth dimensional godlike entities. Why wouldn't you just follow the rules? Oh wait, here's a developer comment. CC is actually inspired by Setsu from the game Nausea, but Aoi definitely had an influence minus the NTR stuff. LOL. Okay, so the creator did play Totono before writing this, which makes sense. Okay. Here's an interesting comment. Someone says Among Us, then someone replies Sus, then someone replies Among Us, and someone replies Mom sibling said Among Us again. Okay, none of the other comments are really interesting. Oh wait, so I tried to make Null a mix between Nausea and Raging Loop. Okay, again, I called this while I was playing this, but obviously there was some Raging Loop implications. And finally added the usual happiness touch when it comes to making the character interactions as realistic and raw as possible. Don't know if that's what I call it, and making a bittersweet ending. Okay. Okay, anyway. This game has a lot of comments. This game is pretty popular, huh? We have Null 2 to look forward to also in on game number 21. Anyway, okay, yeah, I already read the synopsis for Devotion. Okay, so next game is Devotion. I've yapped on for a long time, haven't I? Okay. Why would I rank this game before leaving? Where would I rank this game compared to the other ones? I do like the premise a lot, even if it didn't really do anything with it. The writing was a lot better in this game compared to the other ones. Not like the overarching writing. I think that's still pretty bad. But like the like moment to moment writing, like the prose, that was a lot better. Like a lot better. You know what? Fuck it. I think I'll put it in number 1. Even if I've been complaining a lot, because the like overarching plot stuff is really getting to me. But I had a good time with this game. It was like stupid, but it was kind of fun. I don't know. My previous number 1 was Happiness 2, I think. Or no, was it It was Butterfly. Did I like this more than Butterfly? It's close. Butterfly was really funny. It's up there anyway. It's either this or Butterfly was my favorite game in the series so far. Okay, anyway. I gotta stop recording. Okay, see you next time for Devotion.